The final fight of the Chaos Fractal doesn't need to be, well, for lack of a better word, chaotic. All you need is a dedicated tank and this fight becomes far simpler. Now, due to the nature of the aggro mechanic on this boss, you don't actually need to have any toughness in order to hold on to him, so we can maintain our Zerker meta. However, as soon as everyone leaves melee range, he's going to initiate the prey mechanic, in which he will target the furthest target from him and lock onto them for 15 seconds. As you can see here, I leave melee range for just a little bit too long, and he locks onto the warrior in my group. Now, whoever receives the prey mechanic, they're gonna get this debuff that's gonna last for 15 seconds, so you can track how much longer it has left on it. But I think that's enough mechanics for now. This here is the standard build that we all use for the rest of the Fractal. However, in order to tank him, you're going to need to pick up Invigorating Precision from the Critical Strikes line. In addition to that, what I like to do is I'll pick up Acrobatics. And the bonuses offered from it are just too much to pass up. Perma Vigor, Perma Regen, another Stun Break, and then a 2-second immunity once you drop down to 40%. But the crux of this is in Invigorating Precision. You're going to need that in order to heal up, because you're going to be face tanking 60% of his attacks. In addition to that, you need to pick up Bandit's Defense and then Tripwire. Now, just FYI, this is a pub group, so their performance, yeah, it's not great. Now, so this boss has 3 attacks, and that's all we have to worry about. The first attack, the second attack, and the third attack. What we need to do, and that's the major thing we need to worry about, is dodging that third attack. Now we use a combination of dodge and vault. It's just whichever is most useful at the time. In addition, I also like to just dodge the second attack and then vault the third. That way I'm getting the Bounding Dodger debuff, well, the Bounding Dodger buff on the vault. I'm not worried about the meta rotation with the weakening strikes and all that. I'm not worried about it. I'm just worried about staying alive and sticking on the boss. Now, this, where he is right now, it's an absolutely awful spot to tank him. And I'm going to show you why in a minute. You noticed I used Steel right away. This was to get the drink in order to have a 3-second invulnerability. Now I'm holding on to it, and then I'm going to use it here in a moment. And I'm using it here because I cannot tank him in this spot. It is an absolutely awful spot to tank him. And so what we do to move him, well, we can't leave melee range or we lose aggro. So what we do to move him is we get up in his grill and start pushing him. We don't use pushes. What we just get in his grill, and then he will move. We just keep attacking, keep maintaining our pressure, and he will move, as you can see here. See, he's already moved enough so I can attack him from beyond here. So the target is right in that cross where I'm pointing right now. That's where we need him. That is going to be the prime tank place to tank him. Tanking him is all about what you feel at the moment. I'm not concerned about anything except for his rotation. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, dodge the third. One thing to note on the vault dodge is that vault is a half-second dodge. However, the leap is 3/4 of a second long. So you need to activate you need to activate vault just as his swoop is coming around. One thing I would note is you want to watch those waves coming down from the dredge tech. You can jump them just like Tequaddle's wave. However, that has mixed results sometimes. That's why I like to bring along acrobatics sometimes. While tanking him, your job is to do nothing except just stick right on him. Here's where the CC comes in. We pick up Tripwire because we need to, well, break his bar. The issue is people don't like to break the bar sometimes, and that's why we bring along Bandit's Defense. So what we do is we rotate Tripwire and Impact Strike on him. One time we'll use Impact Strike like here. Another time we'll use Tripwire. We just rotate those two. That's going to be 300 CC units from Tripwire, and I think it's 300 as well from Impact Strike. I know the first attack from Impact Strike is 200 CC units. We bring along Bandit's Defense not just for the stun break, but for the instance in which he's not broken. His spin is exactly 2 seconds long, and there's 2 orange circles involved. First, he uses the first orange circle, that throws out, he's casting it. Then you'll notice for a split second that first orange circle disappears, and then a new one spawns. When the new one spawns, that's when we hit Bandit's Defense, and then it blocks the entire spin. We never leave melee range. Now, you'll notice this Elementalist is periodically providing me water fields. While that's very nice, it's not needed. Sometimes it's very nice, yes, but it's not entirely needed, as you'll see coming up soon. So just keep going, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Keep dodging that third attack, and you can stick on him forever. Number one thing, you gotta move him out of his initial spot into this cross right here. It is the perfect place to tank him. You will never have a spot at which you cannot stand. One thing you need to be aware of is the dredge smashy things with the wave. That's gonna knock you down sometimes, and you need to be on your toes at all times. But the other thing you need to be worrying about is the harpy drones. They'll throw that red on you, that red circle on you, that if it lands in it on you, you're going to be knocked down. It's not great. We cannot afford to be taking that much damage. We cannot afford to be missing his. We cannot afford to be missing the dodge on his third attack. So it's going to be the job of the rest of the group in order to take out the harpy drones. The harpy golems. Thief is a very selfish class. I'm sure we all know that by now. We don't offer much group utility outside of stealth and blinds, or even other classes are able to put out better blinds sometimes. But and so you need to embrace that selfishness with this, and it's just you and the boss in this. There's no one else. We cannot afford to, if someone dies next to the boss, we cannot afford to spend much time resing him, because we need to stick on him. We need to keep healing ourselves through invigorating precision. We cannot sit there and help heal him. As you see now, the water fields have stopped and we're perfectly fine. But we need to embrace this selfishness. It's just one-on-one. It's the boss and you. That's all there is. The rest of the group doesn't matter as long as they're taking out the harpy drones. They can deal with themselves. We are tanking the boss, and that's what we're gonna do. One thing to note right there, I activated a Bandit's Defense just a little bit too early, and I got clipped by the tail end of that spin. If you're worried it's gonna hit you, if you're worried you used it too early, if you're worried you used Bandit's Defense too early, just dodge as it's ending. Just dodge during the tail end of Bandit's Defense and you'll be fine. As you can see, he's down. However, he may be the only one left, but I have a better chance of soloing him than walking over to res him. We cannot help anyone except for ourselves.
Better try an
And that's just the nature of this. What this does is it allows the group to focus on two things. Well, three, but whatever. Just avoid the purple electrical fields, and then take out the Harpy Golems. That's all they need to worry about. And then in between that, throw some damage on the boss. Just keep up the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Dodge the third attack. Dodge the second, and then vault the third if you'd like. That's what I like to do sometimes. A lot of the time. But that's all it is. It's a very simple fight. Use Acro if you want. And I would very highly recommend getting all 5 stacks of the defensive potion and the agility potion.
Okay.
But, oh, that's it. Thief
MVP.
MVP.
Some unexpected interference. I've been a bit of linear frequency modulation couldn't overcome.